Hello! It's been a while. Yeah, so I just wanted to, I guess, first apologize because I just haven't really been active in a while, because life has been sort of crazy, putting it lightly, because, work and school and general life stuff and, that big instrument back there that I play, that is really what I do primarily. So that's literally what I do. But yeah, so yeah, everything's a little bit on the crazy side with that. So that is also the reason why I'm just going to point out that, first of all, I have not. You guys can't really see it because my picture's covering it. This is actually a catch-up video, mixture of catch-up and watching the new trailer for the new expansion that was just announced this morning. That I had literally just gotten out of class for, ran to a practice room, popped up Twitch, and was like, I just missed the trailer. So I actually do, I have actually watched, I actually sat in the practice room while trying to practice and was watching the keynote at the exact same time, every now and then looking over, seeing the chat going crazy and a lot of screaming, going, yes! Down with Garlemald! So yeah, stuff like that. Yeah, that was my morning. Yeah, so because of life, I have not actually played since about 4.1. So I didn't play 4.2 or 4. I haven't been playing, which is awkward because I actually am subbed right now because I was fully intending to hop back in and I just haven't had time. And at this point, just considering how much I have due by literally December 1st, this is what happens when you decide you're going to continue going to school for a while. I'm just not gonna play until I actually properly have time. I will be streaming that, so I'm really excited to finally go back in. But yeah, I have to prioritize life. That's just what life is. So I'm gonna start this off by first just noting the things that I already know about the story. So I care very heavily about story and lore. I have one of the lore books that I was very happy to get, first printing back at FanFest 2 years ago, that I was actually at. So this time last year, I was sitting in Las Vegas, playing, I don't think we did Trial Roulette. We did the Giant Odin thing, walking around, avoiding the merch line, because that looked like a disaster, and I was like, I'm going to just avoid that, and hopefully I can get in tomorrow, or something like that. Lots of really good times, and eating ramen, so that was good. Yeah, so, I guess with all that said, what I do know is, so, spoilers, big giant spoiler warning, for anyone who hasn't finished or caught up with the story, which I think if you're watching this you probably have. Things that I do know ever since 4.1. Elidibus is a dude that supposedly offed himself at the end of 4.0. I do know about that. That's one of the first, I know about that. I know about Tsukuyomi and who Tsukuyomi actually is, and I know that Asahi is an asshole. Just putting that out there right now. And that Alfino is doing something. He's rather important these days. I know he's doing something. And the burn is important, apparently. Yeah. So that's all I really know about the story, which I guess isn't a lot. They're like the big highlights of things. Yeah, that's basically it. So I'll probably be saying more as I go through these. I originally was going to kind of cut these up into separate videos. I decided it is better because they're all pretty short, because the old patch trailers used to be like 8 minutes long. These are really short now, which I was really surprised at. So yeah, I'm gonna watch Under the Moonlight, which I know is the Tsukuyomi one, aka the lovely lady who becomes Tsukuyomi. So I'm going to watch. I'm going to turn this up so that I can listen and you guys can listen. And let's see. Oh. This was about when it came out. Yotsu, yep, this is it. I'm gonna adjust my volume and
to the very depths I have sunk. My soul steeped in spite, rotten to the core.
See, she got her memories back. And
how can it be? He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo.
I knew about that. I knew about that one. And now we have FF12 music. Huh. I never actually finished the Damascus stuff. Ooh. I really need to do these. I need to do all of this.
Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience.
Oh man. Oh, 12. Oh, I did not get very far. Ramza! Not Ramza. Oh, jeez. I'd be interested to play that. I'm just looking at all the stuff.
I have no doubt you believe what you say.
All the stuff that I've been missing out
The
on.
idea is inconceivable, absurd, but worthy of investigation nonetheless.
Is this the patch that Heaven on High came
The
out?
audience chamber, there I
Or-
can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties,
know.
and change minds.
Yeah, this is the patch that Heaven on High came out. And
Is something wrong, Tsuyu?
I'm sorry.
Please,
I'm so
don't.
Sorry.
ah!
There's no need to cry.
Will you surrender to anger then?
Okay, we fight you.
Anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe.
Hey guys, how's it going? Ah! Alright. That's going down, apparently. Hope he's okay.
You will be my chosen
Oh,
agent.
jeez.
The hand which tolls the warning bell.
No! I mean, I don't know what's going on in the story right now, unfortunately, and... I think that's you. Yep. Yeah. So... Alright. So...
Oh dear.
Oh, what? What? I remember this! Oh, Ultima! This was an Ultimate came out. Oh, man. Alright. Okay, so... I'm gonna say I wasn't really surprised by anything in this because, again, I'm watching it late. So I knew about Yotsuyu becoming Tsukuyomi. Did not realize that they figured out the Xenos Elidibus thing at this point. And Goset's... I hope he's okay. I guess I'll find out in the 4.4 trailer. And yes, Asahi is... I want to punch him in the face. Alright. So that's all I gotta say about this one. Yeah, the Tsukuyomi Yotsuyu thing is probably the first thing that I got spoiled on, unfortunately. Like, because I'm going through my Tumblr and I'm like, oh. Well, I know who she is now. So, her theme is really awesome, though. So, yes, I know. So Byakko came out, which that was 4.2, which I was looking at and was excited to play along with Kefka. Came out. Okay, 4.4. I think this is the one where we got Suzaku, right? Obviously Suzaku. Who's after Suzaku? We have Tiger, Phoenix. Shinryu is technically Dragon, so we already had that. So who's the last one? Turtle. Turtle. Who's our turtle? Forget the name of the turtle. But we have a turtle. Yeah, Byakko is the... Yeah, Byakko is the tiger. Okay. Anyway. Alright, so that was 4.3. Things that I did miss. Yes. Lord Hien and everything going on in Doma. This... I mean, just based on this and Tsukuyomi and everything, this is a very Doma heavy patch. With obviously some things going on. Still. Alright. The Isle of Val. And this is what happens when you miss out on story. Okay, so we're done with that one. Let's move on to 4.4, Prelude and Violet. A whole lot down there, which... I mean, I know that Alphino plays a large role, and I could kind of tell in the 4.3 trailer he was definitely like saying maybe I can do more because Alize was playing such a huge role in Stormblood, whereas Alphino was kind of in the background for a while, which is switching their spots because you know Alize played such a huge role in the Coil Bahamut, Coils of Bahamut, which I was an active raider back then, so I remember watching all of that, and being super excited and all those things, and then I was one of those unfortunate people who burned out during Gordius, or at least I was starting up with classes, and so everything was just a giant nightmare. Yay, Gordius and Alexander and all that stuff. Anyway, let's take a look at this one, and I believe. Oh yeah, other thing I did get spoiled on is who some of the bosses were for Omega, because I believe. 0, 2, and 4. Yeah, so this is when Omega finished up. You fight against some version of Omega. Apparently fight against Midgardsormr, and I'm like, okay. So our big dragon dad. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna watch this. I'll probably get an idea of who else we're fighting. Yeah. All right. Let's pop this up. And let's see what 4.4 was all about. Chaos? Wait!
Expunging.
No, you! You! From the 1! Wasn't he from 1? That's Garland. Garland, right? The dude.
And we
I will
for
knock
our
you all
part
down,
are
dude.
glad
And,
indeed to be able to welcome friends both old and new.
Pray,
Aw.
accept my heartfelt thanks for your generous invitation.
I get the feeling something very bad is about
Talk
to
is
happen.
rife that Doma has summoned a primal.
Ah!
And the Empire's more liberal voices are being drowned out in the fearful clamor for retribution.
Burn. Doing more stuff with. Oh yeah. I mean, this seems like a very dramatic patch. Just from looking at this, I know this is the burn.
The Populares no longer present an obstacle. Now is the time to bring the Empire's might to bear.
Who is you? Who is you, yo? Things are
Reach out
supposedly
as I may.
nice and. Oh.
I could not sense in him the spark of life that is his soul.
To have the people I hold dear struck down before my eyes and be powerless to help them,
That's not good.
that I cannot bear.
Tenzin? Tenzin, 'tis I!
Here's
Sheathe your
Suzaku.
sword, I beg of you!
Alright, I gotta listen to her theme now.
Yes! Yes! Not since the Nardum has my soul burned so!
You can see that they're having fun.
Insolent child.
And you. You're voice acted now.
Place.
Will he find his moon? Alright, so this is. You. That's not good. Oh.
Ahead looms light, expunging all form and life. Twin dooms only you can forestall. Only you. Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Here's Omega.
Ahead looms a calamity.
Okay. I know that was the most recent trailer. Um, Now that so because as I said, I did watch the keynotes this morning, without having watched the trailer because I have no idea. I mean, actually, I literally opened up Twitch on my phone as it was ending, so I got to see a figure going like this, and then Shadowbringer. That's all I saw, and then my chat going crazy, and I'm sitting on my phone going like, ah. So yeah. All right. So yeah, I'm definitely missing out on a lot of stuff story-wise. I want to play. Don't have time to play or the ability to play. Well, I certainly don't have the ability really to for the next couple weeks or so. Yeah. Oh gosh. This is what happens when you're at school, guys. Stay in school. You won't have time for anything. You don't sleep. But you know it's good for you in the long run because depending on your goals. So depending on your goals, school is necessary. But only depending on your goals. So unfortunately my goals require more school, so I'm continuing. Yeah, but oh man, I gotta get caught up. I've been wanting to get caught up with like all the Kingdom Hearts 3 stuff going on because, you know, I played that when was I? Because I remember back when Kingdom Hearts 2 was around, I remember like being obsessed with Kingdom Hearts 1 and just the whole universe and everything. So Kingdom Hearts 3 is a thing that I'm very invested in and just have not had time to catch up on, so it's something I want to catch up on all the trailers because they've announced new worlds and more stuff, and I'm behind on everything. Okay, so yeah, lots of stuff going on here. Definitely, so there's a bunch of Garlean characters. I think based on the trajectory of the story, I had already kind of figured that we were probably going to Garlemald because that's, you know, where the Empire is seated. Based on things and because I wasn't really sure where else the Garlean Empire had really reached, but, you know, if we have Doma, and Alamigo, and we have all those different city-states kind of all allied, then likely we're probably going to Garlemald, because I couldn't think of any other locations we would really be going to. Because, I mean, like, yeah, we can go to the New World, yeah, we can go to, Meridia. I would love for us to go to Meridia. Seriously, like, I've wanted to go there ever since, the Coils, really. But, story-wise, it's making a lot more sense for us to go to Garlemald, unless we, like... I mean, there's a couple other places we could possibly go to, but Garlemald just made the most sense. So, it makes sense that in this patch trailer we were seeing more of, Garlean figures, and you could tell that they were, like, Garlean, like, born figures because they had that third eye. Xenos, whatever the heck is going on with him, as far as I know, it's Elidibus in Xenos' body, because that's the thing that the Asians do, so, I suppose that's something else that I'll just have to both catch up on and take a look at. Yeah, I'll be see Suzaku, and I feel like I should brush up on... Who is the turtle? What's the Japanese name for the turtle? The giant land turtle. Not lion turtle, land turtle, the turtle, okay. Anyway, I think with that, so, again, because I did watch the keynotes, I know that we have a new race who's probably the Viera, based on the shirt that, Yoshido's wearing. And I know we saw Blue Mage was highly amused when Matsuda came out. And I'm just like, they keep trolling us, and considering Matsuda's his appearances in FF15 and in Nier Automata, I'm not surprised that this kind of went down. I personally am excited to play Blue Mage, as I like to roam around and try to find stuff. Yeah. Anyway, I think with that, let us go on to the last one, Shadowbringers. Because it was sort of looking like a lot of... I'm censoring myself mentally. A lot of stuff is just going down. So, as it said, the Warrior of Light becomes the Warrior of Darkness. Last time we saw actual Warriors of Darkness, I remember when I played that. It was like 3.4? It was like 3.4. It was back in Heaven's Word. I actually really enjoyed that entire patch cycle, because I thought they did a really good job with it. I wonder if we'll be seeing them again, which means we might be seeing Minfilia again. again, I'm kind of behind on story, and this is something that I will be catching up on. Oh yeah, whenever this expansion launches, it's probably going to be the first time that I'll actually be able to play the expansion on launch, because the last two times there's been an expac launching, I've had that lovely instrument doing stuff relating to music and that thing at the same time and being unable to actually play. What happened? Yeah, when Heaven's Word launched, I think I played... The moment it launched, I hopped in, I played for like 14 hours, and then I promptly had to like go. So I got to the point of figuring out the whole Ratatosker thing. They talked to Hraesvelgr, and we found out what's going on with Ratatosker, and that's when I had to stop playing, because I was like, alright, I gotta pack and I gotta go. So that's what happened last time. Kind of excited this time to like actually play on launch and not have to go anywhere. Who knows, maybe I will have to, but we'll see. Anyway. So, let's watch this thing that aired this morning that I completely missed. Because I was running upstairs to get to a practice room. Alright. What do we have? What have we? Apparently it was a little different, and I know it's probably gonna be spoilery, but let's see. Oh. Dude! Because he was an archer, because he started out as an archer. Oh my god. But he's older. Wait. All this stuff went down. All this stuff went down. What are you doing? Oh. Ah! Alright. Normals.
How many years have come and gone since that day?
Question. Why are you still alive?
How many years have I waited for this moment?
Oh, jeez.
For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called the Warrior of Light.
You! Of course, you can understand him because you have the echo. Oh, jeez. Ha! Class change. Y'shtola? No, not Y'shtola? Who's that? Whoa.
This town
Not
certainly
Y'shtola.
has changed, and
Van
not
Crit?
at all for the better.
Dude!
This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone.
Oh my god.
If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten. Become what you must.
Dark Knight, yo!
Become the warrior of darkness.
And that's when I opened up Twitch. Dude. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. I'm excited. Oh, wow. I'm also pretty amused at how a lot of the Dark Knight art is looking a lot like Cecil from FF4. I never finished 4. I was like 3/4 of the way into the game. Playing on an SNES emulator, so I was playing the Nintendo Hard version of it. Oh man. I will finish one day. I already know what happens at the end of that game. Anyway, let's see. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to. Ah! All right. So obviously Thancred. So I started out in Ul'dah because I decided I was gonna be a monk. That was my first. Started as a pugilist, and I stayed a pugilist / monk, and I still main that to this day. I'm just gonna pointing out a few things. One, I love how they're showing all of the different classes and jobs that the Warrior of Light has gone through. A while back, when did I make this? Yeah, back when Heavensward came out, I actually made a thing. You'll probably find it if you go to Tumblr, quite frankly. But it's like evolution of the Midlander. It's the Midlander starting from, when he was like a young adventurer, like all full of hope and had like not seen anything, was just like, I'm excited to go on an adventure. And then has his first Echo. Thanks to that was like the launch trailer, or the launch CGI trailer back from 1.0. Kind of going from there and just showing how he's changed. Holy crap! Oh, sorry. Holy crap, he has... I love how it showed him all the way from there, all the way up through Stormblood. And obviously, going through what he will become, which is a Warrior of Darkness. Oh, so edge. Look at that. I'm assuming that's the AF armor for the Dark Knight. Yeah, my partner mains Dark Knight. So I'm sure he's... I still have to talk to him about all of this. Yeah. What else was in this trailer? Yeah, so anyway, the whole thing with me talking about being a pugilist is because you start out and Thancred is the one you talk to with all the stuff. Thancred's the one that you talk to as your main scion of the Seventh Dawn sort of liaison. And so I always thought that was fantastic because, one, it meant like, hey, I feel like I'm friends with you, Thancred, and two, you feel kind of sorry for him for a while because of like everything else going on. And I think it's fantastic that they're bringing him back in. Where'd he go? So there's this battle. According to the the keynotes address from this morning, Warrior of Dark apparently having to become a Warrior of Darkness. Apparently also, like, potentially starting the 8th Calamity. So that might be a thing. Yeah. Oh my gosh, just look at how haggard this guy's become. And I don't understand why you're... I mean, he's probably not actually alive. It's probably not... I don't think it's actually Xenos. I think it's still Elidibus, but who knows at this point? Again, I have to catch up on the story. This crazy gremlin thing. And then, so you, before, when you were a bright young adventurer who, I'm actually gonna go back to that trailer, because, oh my gosh, that was ages ago. Maybe I should not be on this. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. FFXIV 1.0 CGI. This thing. No, I want the opening. The opening cinematic thing. Thank you. Thank you, Makina. This dude. Look at him! Look at how young he is! Oh my gosh. Here, I'll
As you will.
picture this one. Okay. Look at how young he is. This dude, he looks so young. So much younger. So this is Midlander when he first starts out in 1.0. I'm also pretty sure, I'm not sure who the voice actor was. Reminded me. This is him now. Look at the dude now. It's like huge difference. Huge difference. Yeah. I'm gonna be watching this trailer. Again, this is me also going, I want to play, and I'm currently subbed, but I have to prioritize that thing. I like how I just keep pointing at it. I know a bunch of people have, like, they followed me because I posted the Lost City of Amdapur arrangement, I think a couple years ago, like a year and a half ago. I'm sad because I actually want to do more of that, and I actually have 2 arrangements that are actually completely ready to go. Well, one is a little bit more of a cover, but the other one is kind of an arrangement because I did something funky on a second iteration. But I have too much music that has to be learned and performed within the next 3 weeks. Technically 2. No, technically 2. I'm so glad that I'm not doing competitions this year. I was going to, and then I had a hand injury, and I actually dropped out, which sucked a lot, actually. Yeah, but, let's just put it this way. He'll have auditions in February, and I'm kind of really nervous about that, because I have music that needs to be learned by then, and then music that has to be also brought back up to speed for that. So anyway, that's my reasoning for what I haven't really been playing. Man, look at how much you have grown, sir. I love that they showed all the, like, changing between different classes and jobs, because of course that's a thing you can do in FF14. Although, like, you can't do it in the middle of combat, but you can totally do it outside of combat normally. Still, who is this? I'm also just like, alright, so this is clearly a new class, Thancred. We knew that he was a rogue. Now he's doing something with a gunblade. I don't know what class uses the gunblade. I mean, like, I'm probably missing something from one of the games that has classes, because obviously Squall used a gunblade, and we have the Garleans who use gunblades here, a little bit different, but, so whoever Thancred is one of the new classes. I thought you were Y'shtola, you're really not Y'shtola. Who are you? Who is this lady? Unless that's a young Minfilia, and they've gone back in time or something, although young Minfilia, whatever her name, what's her name again? I'll remember. I'm gonna bring the lore book with me I don't have the new lore book, because obviously that literally just got released today at FanFest. I have the old one. So I'm gonna check back in there on stuff. Man. Ingrid. Yeah, you've definitely gotten older too. Well, wait. Because here's the thing. You look like you've gotten older, especially compared to the, End of Eorzea. Where's End of Eorzea? End of Eorzea. Flames of Truth. We get that does. Okay. We're in here. Where are you? Where are you? It's right around here. Here he is. I just realized there's so much. I miss you. I miss you. I don't know what's going on with you these days. I mean, you played a very large role in Stormblood, but I don't know what's going on with you these days. I'm gonna, of course, that's straight up for anyone who hasn't finished that part of the game. But yeah. Okay, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there it is. Okay, I know I'm not gonna worry about it. You have... I'm not sure, because of the fact that obviously he had an eye patch for all of, like, a while, and now he has his eye back, or maybe it's not actually back, and it's... something's going on, but... yeah, so I'm gonna leave it off with this fantastic thing. I'm really excited for this, have not played in a while. Obviously I follow the story. Gameplay-wise, I'm not sure what is gonna happen. I'm still salty about losing Blood for Blood, and at least whatever that the other dot, one of the other dots that I used to have before they took it away from DPS classes. But yeah, so okay, that is mostly it. I will be watching this trailer and checking in on stuff, and at some point I will catch up and properly just look at the story and everything. So yeah. Oh. He seriously looks very reminiscent of Cecil. That's why I'm kind of like curious about this, and whatever that the Amano art was for because there was a mono art that they showed at the keynote too. Anyway, we'll leave it at that. Alright. Thank you guys for watching and not minding me rambling and wishing that I had more time. Even right now, I'm gonna be running off to do more stuff, so okay. Right. Take care, y'all!